So this video is going to be about the Velveteen Dream situation, and we're going to talk about it. So the initial, so for those that don't know, the Velveteen Dream was accused of inappropriately sending nude pictures to minors. So it was originally posted up on Reddit. So I'm going to read the Reddit. All of this stuff is just screenshots. I did not follow the situation as it occurred. Whoever was this person who started all of this, they nuked everything. So their Instagram is gone. I think the Reddit is gone. The Twitter account is gone. But I'm going to go through it and look at what we actually have. And I'm going to ask some questions as I usually do. So let's go through it. It says Velveteen Dream hacked, quote unquote. Question mark. He posted on his Instagram that story that his DMs were open, and now he's genuinely sending my friends and I messages of a sexual nature. I like to think that it's a hacker, but I don't know. How do I approach this? How do I contact WWE? I have proof. Edit proof. This is the picture of Velveteen Dream supposedly naked. Velveteen Dream, of course, would later on confirm that that's him in the picture. Edit, he blocked me on Instagram after I wouldn't send him an uncensored nude pic back. Edit 3, I'm really worried about all this. Does anyone have legal advice or whatnot? I'm thinking of deleting this all and getting it to the police instead. Edit 4, I'm 17, my friends are 15 and 16. Edit 5, the evidence that it is him is as follows. His phone number is Washington area code. His voice in the calls were accurate, and it was off his verified Instagram account. And the picture he sent is believable. All right, so just looking at this initial accusation on Reddit, you can see that there's a lot of problems. For starters, this person went to Reddit and didn't go to the police. At 17, you know it. Come on. We could talk about 17-year-olds being minors, but 17-year-olds are not retarded. They're not small children. Okay, at 17, you should know that if somebody sends you some inappropriate shit, you should go to the police. It's just obvious. If you can go to Reddit, you can go to the police, right? So, second issue is, how do I contact WWE? I mean, what do you mean, how do you contact WWE? You can literally go to the website. Like, this makes no sense. Like, if you're a smart kid who knows how to use Imager, for fuck's sake, I don't even know how to use Imager, then you could go to the WWE website and find out how to contact. And then of course you have he said the evidence against him is as follows. His phone number is the Washington area code, and okay, but we already know that Velveteen Dream is from Washington D.C. That's something that anybody who followed him know. His voice in the phone calls is accurate, sure, but we don't know if he was talking to this particular person or not. We don't know if that piece of, which is just one question, which is, what school do you go to? Which can mean any number of schools. We call colleges schools. We call high school schools. And we also still don't know that you're talking to this particular person. It was off his verified Instagram account. Okay, this still doesn't mean it couldn't be photoshopped in some other way. And the picture he sent was believable. Well, then Velveteen Dream admitted later that it was him. So there's the picture of the Velveteen Dream. It says it is from his Instagram account. There's some blurriness at the top of the screen. The blurriness, some people have said, is from Imager. That when you sign in to Imager, if you don't have an Imager account, they don't really take care of your images. That they get compressed and they get kind of blurry. So maybe that's why there's some discrepancy in the banners at the top, where a lot of people notice the check marks is not as close to the name as it should be. Some people have said that that's just Imager screwing around with the image, which is entirely possible. So this is supposedly the conversation. Me, which would be the quote-unquote victim. DM still open. Huge fan. Him, yeah. Me, yeah. Ever since I seen you, man, I want to be like you. Him, thank you. What do you look like? Me, sends 2 pictures of myself. Okay. Him, how old are you? Me, 17. Him, what do you want to do in your life? Me, become a lawyer and or a wrestler. Want to be a wrestler more, to be honest. WWE's my dream. Him, right. You be better off in porn. I don't know about this. Okay, so then later on, we get to we get more information. We get we find out that that the person who he's talking to is a young boy from Ontario or Canada or something like that. And then there's another piece of the conversation where I guess he asked the boy where he was from. He says Kitchener, Ontario. So what do you want to do after school, career wise? So and then the kid says, so I want to work at a sports store called Sports Co. I work at a sports store called Sport Co. I'm a sales associate there. So you want to be in sales for the rest of your life? Velveteen Dream asked him. No, I'm young. I just trying to finish up high school, go to college and become a, and then it cuts off. And then there's another part of the conversation where I guess this guy is recording the conversation, and Velveteen Dream asks him, "What does your physique look like now?" And then it's cut off. The answer is cut off. It says, "I'll have time to get something." The guy says, "Young, I'm so blah blah blah," and he says, Velveteen Dream says, "I'll help if you want. Don't help." You know, this says something like he maybe help him get into shape, wrestling shape. You know, from what it sounds like, that's kind of what Velveteen Dream is telling him. But a lot of people posted this, and it's there's this little, you know, Velveteen Dream talking about he probably needs to put on some weight and stuff like that because he's 137 pounds. But in this little chat box here, there's a account called Exposing N-Words. So a lot of people are saying maybe this kid was, you know, some racist kid who just kind of decided to set up Velveteen Dream and to get him on Instagram and then say that he did all these things. I'm not going to put the name of this account out, you know, because just out of we're going to pretend that this person really is a, you know, we're not going to pretend Velveteen Dream did anything wrong, because I'm not a Me Too advocate that you know, I believe people when they say things happen. You have to show me a little bit more information than just say, well, this happened and it happened because I said it happened. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. And then plus we already know this is the internet. People can fake anything on the internet. I mean, let's just be honest. There's obviously Photoshop, but there's also deepfake where we seen people do the fake voices and stuff online. And then again, just because even if that was his voice, Velveteen Dream's voice, to ask what school do you go to, that doesn't mean that he was talking to this individual person. He could have gotten that from somewhere else. He could have gotten it from an interview. He could have gotten it from somebody else online that he was talking to. And it's very likely that the Velveteen Dream was hacked and these pictures were sent out, or something to that effect. So the Velveteen Dream, this was pretty much the last thing I saw on it, and no information that I really paid attention to kind of came out after the fact, where Velveteen Dream said, "Be assured, I did not communicate inappropriately with anyone. A private photo of mine was shared without my consent or knowledge, and I am working with a third party to look into this matter." So apparently he's going to get the police involved, and as he should. You know, he obviously should get the cops involved. The picture of the Velveteen Dream is censored, which is good, because I really had no interest in seeing that man's penis. These types of things, I just want to be honest. Like, you know, you shouldn't have these kind of pictures in your phone. Just especially if you're a celebrity, just don't do it. You know, just don't have any nudes at all. I mean, if you learn anything from Tony Storm and Paige, just don't do it. You know, don't have these naked pictures up at all. Just don't have them. Don't have them in your phone. Don't have them anywhere. There are people out there who will hack your phone and post things, say things on your account. It's the internet, man. Like, Velveteen Dream was being a real nice guy, apparently talking to his fans and talking to various fans about, you know, what they wanted to do in life and stuff like that. And that's really what the conversation was, you know, him asking the kid what he wanted to do. and somehow we got veered into this sexual thing. And a lot of people think that, there's also a lot of accusations being tossed at the victim, that, or the quote unquote victim, because I can't say he actually did anything yet. For starters, we can't even tell that the kid is underage. We don't know. We don't know whether the kid is really underage or not. We don't know enough about any situation. We just looking at the situation as it is. So somebody said that the kid is a racist. That maybe he set him up because of this exposed N-words account that's on his chat. That maybe this is what these people wanted to do. They wanted to set him up and being racist, being trolls and stuff like that, which is entirely possible. It's also entirely possible that it's true. I'm more inclined to believe that it's not true because I don't think Velveteen Dream is fucking stupid. So it's, but hey, let's say that it is true. If it's true, you definitely got to release him. But the WWE has a history of staying away from a lot of this sexual stuff. There's been numerous accounts of wrestlers being involved with sexual assault and sexual harassment and stuff like that. Most recently, the Enzo situation where Enzo was accused of rape by a young woman in Arizona because Enzo was already in hot water in WWE anyway because of his personality and just how he lives his life. But he was not very well liked, and he did not tell the company about this rape investigation. And so when the WWE found out, they released him almost immediately, even though he was the cruiserweight champion and doing interesting things with that. They cut him loose, and it kind of ruined his career, and it turned out to be fake. It turned out to be false, and Enzo can't get that back. He likely wouldn't even be able to sue this woman for ruining his career. And that's just something that you have to deal with as a celebrity, and it's incredibly unfair. And I've seen other people, try to jump on this bandwagon that time went on and people started to believe that the Velveteen Dream was involved with this less and less. Because a lot of people believed it initially, I think. But then over time, it began to die down a little bit, and people started to turn the tables. And, but you started seeing people kind of jump off into, well, athletes and whatever need to stop using their fame to, entice fans, seduce fans or whatever. And my thing about that is, look, people like having sex with athletes and movie stars, and they do. I mean, the just pretending like they don't is kind of silly, and we shouldn't be conflating these issues in the first place. But if you're people, that's kind of what women used to go to the shows for. They like the wrestling, but they also like seeing half naked guys oiled up. And yeah, that kind of roasts their almonds sometimes. People do think sexually about athletes and rappers and stuff. I mean, that's just how it goes. You're in entertainment. People are throwing themselves at you all the time. You really don't have to do that much and bully anybody into sex. There's so many willing participants. It's hard to find somebody who you have to actually force into having sex if you're an entertainer, unless you're like a old decrepit fool or something like that, or something to that effect. But I'm going to hold out. I'm radically neutral on this. I'm actually leaning more towards Velveteen Dream didn't do anything. He just got hacked by some stupid kids who decided to play a game, and then when it got a little too hot, they decided to nuke everything and try to hide. But people got screenshots and all this type of stuff, and it might be deleted off of the various accounts that the kid used, but it might not be deleted off of whatever Velveteen Dream used. So he might be able to chase this kid down and see what the hell was going on. Maybe he'll get. It sounds like the Velveteen Dream will get the police involved. So, which kind of says that there might be some serious business going on. But just for the record, people stop sending nude pictures to folks. If you're a wrestler, you should stop. limit your engagement with fans, because there are malicious actors out there, and it's unfair, definitely unfair. But there are a lot of malicious actors out there, people who want to, hold you down or screw you over for no reason. And yeah, it's unfair, and yeah, it's stupid, but it's just this is how it is. You gotta, limit yourself, limit access to you, you know. But hopefully the Velveteen Dream will get this ironed out. But what do you guys think? Do you think he did it? Do you think he didn't do it? Do you think he was hacked? And like this video, share, and I'll talk to you guys later.